host Coliseum in Biloxi, Mississippi. It is BKFC 9. First, here is a very lean and trim, weighing in at 204.9 pounds, Anthony Rumble Johnson. And this is my broadcast partner, 2-0 in BKFC, and now sits alongside me on commentary, as he will tomorrow night, Chris Lights Out Lytle. And weighing in the fighter is one of the best regulators in all of combative sports. He is head of the Mississippi Athletic Commission. He will be in charge. This is a man who brought bare knuckle, the second state in the United States, back, making it fully legal, sanctioned, and regulated. The head of the Mississippi Athletic Commission, Mr. John Lewis. 9 fights in total to weigh in. First, we will weigh in our opening bout. It is set for the welterweight division at a max weight of 150 pounds. First to the stage, he is a veteran of BKFC. Please welcome Joe Peg. $147.2 pounds for Joe Peg. His opponent in our opening bout of the evening tomorrow night for BKFC 9 from right here in Mississippi. Please welcome Adam Pellerano. £151 for Adam Pellerano. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening bout. Tomorrow night's BKFC 9, absolutely loaded card. Joe Peg versus Adam Pellerano. Next to the scale, this will open our pay-per-view event. It is set in the cruiserweight division. First to the scale, he is a veteran of the UFC. Please welcome Wes Combs. $219.2 pounds for Wes Combs. His opponent is a Bellator veteran who hails from Mississippi. Here is Adrian Miles. $227.0 for Adrian Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Combs versus Adrian Miles. This bout to be weighed in now will take place in BKFC's super welterweight division. First to the scale, he is set to make his bare knuckle fighting championship promotional debut. Please welcome Jeff Schiffens. £161.1 for Jeff Schiffens. His opponent in this super welterweight bout is a veteran of BKFC with 2 bouts. He also hails from here in Mississippi. Please welcome Caleb Harris. 162.8 pounds for Caleb Harris. Jeff Schiffens versus Caleb Harris. Next bout to weigh in, set for the cruiserweight division, 205 pounds. First to the scale, set to make his BKFC debut, here is John McAllister. $202.8 pounds for John McAllister. His opponent in this cruiserweight bout, also set to make his bare knuckle fighting championship debut, making his way to this scale. Please welcome Chris Sorrow. $204.5 pounds for Chris Sorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, John McAllister versus Chris Sorrow. Next up, a bout in the bare knuckle fighting championship middleweight division. First to the scale, coming from the great state of Kansas, he is a veteran of Victory Fighting Championship, making his BKFC debut. Here is Kenny Lisea. $169.5 pounds for Kenny Lisea. His opponent from the great state of Mississippi, he is a uniformed police officer and a BKFC veteran. Please welcome Harris Stevenson. $170.5 pounds for Harris Stevenson. Kenny Lisea versus Harris Stevenson. Next up, we move to the women's flyweight division. First to this scale, from California, she is a UFC Ultimate Fighter veteran, making her BKFC debut. Please welcome Maia Kahawananile. I've been practicing. $120.4 pounds for Maia Kahawananile. I just slaughtered it there. Oh, I just crushed it. First time was good. Her opponent from the Dominican Republic, now based in Iowa, holds a record of 1-0 in bare knuckle fighting championship. Please welcome Helen Peralta. $120.2 pounds for Helen Peralta. Ladies and gentlemen, Maia Kahawananile versus Helen Peralta. Set now to weigh in our feature bout of the evening. First to the scale, he is a veteran of BKFC as well as a veteran of Pride. Here is Felony Charles Bennett. £146.0 for Felony Charles Bennett. His opponent, making his way to this scale, a UFC veteran, a Bellator veteran, and he is the reigning BKFC 135-pound champion. Here is Brutal Johnny Bedford. £143.8 for Brutal Johnny Bedford. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your feature bout of the evening. Tomorrow's BKFC 9, Felony Charles Bennett versus Brutal Johnny Bedford. Time now to weigh in our co-main event of the evening. First to the scale, he is a veteran of BKFC, the UFC, and Bellator. Here is Joey Beltran. £241.1 for Joey Beltran. His opponent is the reigning BKFC heavyweight champion and the reigning Police Gazette American heavyweight champion, a UFC veteran hailing from right here in Mississippi. Please welcome Chase Sherman. £262.0 for the champion, Chase Sherman. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event at stake, the BKFC heavyweight title, and also to make this announcement at stake, it is currently open. The winner will claim the Police Gazette World Heavyweight Championship Diamond Belt. One more time for Joey Beltran and Chase Sherman. We will conclude tomorrow night's BKFC 9 live worldwide on pay-per-view from here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum in Biloxi, Mississippi, with a rematch of what stands as the greatest fight in this relaunched modern era of bare-knuckle fighting. First to this scale, originally from Russia, now fighting out of the Republic of Ireland, he is a BKFC and UFC veteran. Here is Artem Lobov. 149.0 pounds for Artem Lobov. His opponent and highly anticipated main event at 150 pounds is a UFC and BKFC veteran from right here in Mississippi. Please welcome to the scales, Jason Knight. £148.9 for Jason Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our main event fighters. You will see it tomorrow night, BKFC 9, Artem Lobov and Jason Knight. One more time, we will begin with our opening prelim, Joe Peg versus Adam Pellerano. You can see it live and free on Fight TV, the Fight app, and YouTube worldwide. That begins at 7 o'clock local time here in Biloxi, Mississippi, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then 1 hour later, 8 p.m. local time in Mississippi, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It is the start of our 8-fight main card pay-per-view. It is BKFC 9 from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm Sean Wheelock. Thank you for watching Worldwide Live, the BKFC 9 weigh-ins. title fight, which is our co-main, and our main event, the rematch, Lobov versus Knight. First, I want to acknowledge again the man who has made this all possible. This was his vision to bring back bare-knuckle fighting from the 1700s, the 1800s, into the 21st century. He is the founder, the president, the CEO of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Everyone, David Feldman. David, talk about the evolution. You and I started talking 4 years ago, June 2nd, 2018, the relaunch into the modern era of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. How far this promotion, this sport has come in the last 18 months?
We've only been in business for 18 months, and this promotion, this sport has really come a long way. There's other promoters that are coming out there and promoting bare knuckle now, so we've obviously done a really good job of getting this sport out there, getting this promotion out there that people want to follow what we're doing, and these guys that we have fighting for us are really some of the toughest warriors that walk the face of this earth. I mean, these guys are special to do what they do up here. This is not for everybody. This is not for every MMA fighter. It's definitely not for every boxer. This is different. It's for the different breed that wants to stand in here and in that squared circle and fight their asses off for the world with bare knuckles. It's a whole different game than anything else, and I think that, first of all, I know I take my hat off to all these guys. I know all the fans take my hat off to all these guys, but for where they have helped bring us in the evolution of bare knuckle has just been amazing in less than a year. I mean, in less than 2 years. It's just been really tremendous, and now we get to put on the rematch of really, truly one of the greatest fights in combat sports history, Artem Lobo versus Jason Knight, right here in Mississippi again tomorrow night, and the fans are just going to love this.
David Feldman, everybody. This is Johnny Bedford. He is BKFC's reigning 135-pound champion. Tomorrow night against Felony Charles Bennett, he will be fighting at 145 pounds. Johnny, talk about your decision to enter a fight a weight class above and also not worrying about your title. Your title's not at stake. You're moving from 35 to 45 in this bout.
I want to stay busy. I want to be the face of this promotion. I'm the only guy that's 4-0. While we figure out who I fight next to defend these belts, I wanted to stay active and went up a weight class, hoping for a big name fight and insert Crazy Horse. So here we go.
Hey, nobody cares about you, bedwetter. You know why? Because Felony's on the card. That's why nobody cares about you.
This is Pride veteran, BKFC veteran, Felony Charles Bennett. Charles, talk about your expectations coming to the BKFC, what you found bare knuckle fighting to be like, and what you're expecting for this bout.
Well, with them giving me a guy like bedwetter, I can finally eat. I can finally eat. Yeah. Oh, it was still on me? Hey, man, I'm just here for a second, man. This really doesn't mean anything. All this talking we doing, we could talk tomorrow, though. Ah, you called me Crazy Horse on Instagram. Oh. Okay, and your feelings are hurt because I blocked you? Huh? You need some tissue?
Just a clown, dude.
You
like,
blocked
look
me
at
on
this guy.
Facebook. You blocked me
like,
on
literally goes by
Instagram.
Felony. Who changes their name after 70 fights? Like you're just a clown, dude. You brought in here to be a fucking sacrificial lamb. I'm going to break you tomorrow.
No, but that's why they brought me in here, to be a sacrifice. They want to make sure that you can step up to the next level, you know?
There's no
you don't
worry about
understand.
that. I'm 4-0, bro. What's your
It
record?
doesn't. I'm fucking 50-1.
No, you're 0-1.
Oh.
You're 0-1. You quit last time, remember? You quit last time, remember?
That's what happened.
Yeah, you flopped around, acted like you got shot by a gun when you said you broke your hand. But you're fine now, right?
Yeah.
Just show up tomorrow night, pussy. Just show up and be ready to fight.
Okay. Okay, bedwetter.
Okay.
Quit grabbing your dick
Crazy
now.
horse.
Quit
Pussy.
grabbing your dick. Bedwetter.
Fucking crazy glue. I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah? Well, you're going to have your opportunity tomorrow night. He's going to have his opportunity tomorrow night.
This is our feature bout. You will see it tomorrow night, BKFC 9. Brutal Johnny Bedford versus Felony Charles Bennett.
Brutal Bedwetter versus Felony Charles Bennett.
Our co-main event, 2 titles at stake. The current BKFC World Heavyweight title, and this is a historic belt that goes back to 1886. Jake Kilrain was the first champion. The winner of this fight will be the next and the newest champion of the Police Gazette World Heavyweight Bare Knuckle Diamond title. I think I got that right? This is a huge historic title. This is a huge fight. This is our co-main event of the evening. First, I want to talk to the champion, everybody, from here in Mississippi. This is Chase Sherman. Chase, 2 fights, absolute deep end of the pool. You fought Sam Shoemaker, then you fought and defeated Arnold A.J. Adams to win this title, now Joey Beltran. We were talking about your training. How has your training been different from this in your MMA and your UFC career?
Well, for one, I just get to focus on boxing, so it's a great transition. It's easy as far as like we said before, as far as the nerves go, because I don't have a whole lot of elements to worry about. I don't have to worry about the takedowns, the 5-minute rounds, obviously we got clinch, but the knees and elbows, things of that nature. So when I go into the fight, there's just 2 things I need to worry about. It's just left and the right. So, it's been a smooth transition, and I've enjoyed it. I'm calm, cool, and collected when I step into that ring, and I got one goal in mind, and it's just to get the W.
Chase Sherman, everyone, the champion. He will be facing Joey Beltran, a veteran of the UFC and of Bellator. Joey, you were with us June 2nd of last year, our inaugural BKFC card. 18 months. How have you seen your training evolve and this sport evolve?
Yeah, just to echo what he said, it's a lot, personally, it's a lot easier, I think, than MMA training, just because, you don't have to wrestle, you don't have to do jiu-jitsu. That shit is hard, especially when you get up into later 30s, and all I got to do is boxing. I'll take that all day. So I really enjoy this sport. I really love the sport. People think it's brutal, but didn't really have a problem with me getting kicked in the head or getting kneed in the head, so why are you so concerned about me taking a bare knuckle to the face? So overall, I love this sport. I feel like it was made for me, and I'm looking forward to going out there and putting on a show and really stealing the show from the main event. That's what I'm looking for.
Joey Beltran, everyone. Again, your co-main event, 2 titles at stake, the BKFC heavyweight title, and to be awarded a belt that goes back to 1886. It is the Police Gazette World Heavyweight Championship Diamond Belt. I got it right this time. It's your co-main event. Joey Beltran, Chase Sherman. At BKFC 1, Joey Beltran fought a war-defeated Tony Lopez. That fight, along with the first fight, contested between our 2 main event fighters for BKFC 9, Artem Lobov, Jason Knight, are the 2 fights that everybody refers to when they talk about this modern era of bare-knuckle fighting. Everyone, we're going to talk to our main event fighters first. A big round of applause, Artem Lobov and Mississippi's own Jason Knight. Artem, I was on stage with you guys for the first fight. There was a lot of animosity. You both still want to smash each other. I think everyone understands that. There's now mutual respect. You were openly cheering, Jason, we'll get to that in a moment, when Artem fought and defeated Paulie Malignaggi. Can you explain the dynamic, the relationship? Because it's friendly, but it's still very competitive.
Well, yeah, Jason earned my respect after the first fight. He turned out to be a great guy outside as well. But to me, to have a proper fight, I don't need to hate somebody. To me, this is a sport. I see it no different as if we were 2 golfers and we had to play a round of golf. I wouldn't have a problem with that. So this is the same for me. I don't have to punch him because I hate him. I just do it for the art of fighting. And that's exactly one of those cases where I respect him. I like him outside of the ring. But the moment he enters that ring, it's on.
Jason, I thought it was a great dynamic. Chris Lytle and I talked about it on the broadcast. We showed you front row openly cheering in the Malignaggi fight for Artem Lobov. Will you talk, same question, talk about the relationship between you two. Incredibly competitive, but there's now that respect.
Yeah, man, he definitely earned my respect. I earned his. And, that's something that a lot of fighters do. Whenever they get all the bad blood out, we did everything we had to do inside that ring. And, we got respect for each other. But like he said, that don't change anything. On Saturday night, whenever we step inside that squared circle, we're enemies for at least 10 minutes. You know, I'm still going to try to knock him out. I'm going to try to put him away, and he's going to do the same for me. You know, exactly. I don't got to be mad. I don't got to hate you to be able to beat you up, but I'm down to do it.
Everybody, one more time. These are our main event fighters. The rematch, Artem Lobov, Jason Knight. For media in the room, every fighter on this card, including the, well, now 5 fighters on stage, will be available for one-on-ones. At least 5 of these guys will be available for one-on-ones for media. But before we conclude our roundtable, David Feldman talked about this. We started June 2nd of 2018 through this year with 6 shows. Can you talk about what's in store, the commissions that have come through now in the United States 2020 for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship?
Yeah, for sure. We opened up to we're legal in Mississippi, as we've done 5 shows here. Wyoming, Florida. We're now legal in Alabama, the great state of Kansas, where you're from. We're doing a show there in April. We're talking to Texas now about opening up. A couple Northeast states are about to open up. We're going to surprise a lot of people with a couple of these states that are going to open up in 2020. We're planning 11 shows starting in February. And, you know, I really just want to say thank you to all the commissions that stood up and really helped us get to our, you know, where we are today, because they believed in us. John Lewis, wherever you're at, thank you so much for having faith in us. But I really want to thank the 2 commissioners that really told us to stick it up our ass and wouldn't give us a chance. Greg Sir from Pennsylvania, thank you, and Mike Mazzoli from Mohegan Sun, thank you, because you made me push even harder to get here.
Everybody, David Feldman. I'm going to give you the times one more time. Tickets on sale now. We'll be right here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. First prelim begins 7 o'clock local time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Then our main card, 8 fights on the pay-per-view. 8 o'clock local time here in Biloxi, Mississippi, 9 o'clock Eastern time. It is BKFC 9. We will see you tomorrow night.
Awesome.